Everybody, it's Chris and I'm back to do another pour with you today. Today we are going to do the guy version of the skateboard. Some of you may remember a few months ago I did a female version and this is what it looks like. It still does not have resin on it. Hoping to get that done this week. But this was kind of a puddle pour, and then I blew it out with a straw. I used kind of fuchsia colors and gold. I did go back in and paint some little dots just to kind of define the flower centers. And then this is going to get some resin on it. Today what I want to do is a fire swipe. So this is a little bit bigger skateboard than the other one. And this one is like a really bright burnt orange underneath the plastic. So I put plastic down, taped it, and then trimmed with scissors around the edges. Just so that I still have that curved look to it. I'm using my little plastic solo cups, and I found that if I did 2 of them on each end, it was a lot more stable than trying to just do a single cup. Let me make sure I've got you back in for focus here. Hopefully you'll be able to see all of the board. I'm planning to put the black and swipe this way, so I wanted to make sure that this was in frame for you. The other end of it, unfortunately, I couldn't get it all in the frame, but you'll be able to see all of it when I get done. I'll definitely take a picture and put it at the end. So my thoughts today are to paint stripes of color onto the board and then put the black down on the one end and swipe this way. I'm going to use a paper towel to swipe because I'm hoping the edges of the board are kind of beveled. So I'm kind of hoping that the paper towel will kind of conform to these beveled edges a little bit more. I do know that my paint is going to slide off on both ends, so I'm not going to put paint all the way down the ends of it because I do know that my paint's going to run. So colors today are Cadmium Red Deep. I'm also using a yellow medium as well as Azo Orange. Azo Orange is an Amsterdam paint. The Cadmium Red Deep is Liquitex, and then the yellow medium I believe is actually Master's Touch from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm also using black, which is the Artist Flow Acrylic Black, and all of the paints have been mixed with pouring medium. There are no silicones in the paint, so just using the pouring medium and how they react with each other to get our effects as well as the swipe over the top in black. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start laying down color. I will probably fast forward through this so that you don't have to watch the whole thing, so stay tuned. Okay guys, I've got all of the paint, or as much as I'm going to put on here. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this end with black, and then I have my paper towel over here on the left, and I have spritzed it down with water. It's pretty wet, and then we're gonna drag it and see what happens. I did not go all the way off on the end like I said, just because I'm hoping that the paint will drag that way. So let me slip these out of the way, and then I'm just gonna start here on the bottom and start swiping up. And I can see that my black is probably not as prevalent as it should be. And I probably should have gone up just a little bit more. All right. Okay, so I'm not loving what this is looking like, so here's my thinking on it. I think what I want to do is stripe it again with red and orange and drag yellow through it. So I know that this black is going to turn green if I leave that black on there, so I'm going to wipe this down on the sides and kind of get rid of some of that black so that I don't have really bad reactions to it. I'm going to leave it in the middle because I think if there's a little bit of black in the middle, that could be kind of cool. But I do want to get rid of the areas where it's like very predominant. So I'm just going to wipe it off real quick here And then I'm gonna stripe this and then we'll come back and swipe it again with just yellow. So hold tight. All right guys, I went back, I added in red and orange stripes. You can see that some of my color is coming through, but I think that's gonna actually make for a cool effect. I did make my stripes whiter this time because I think that might have had something to do with how things kind of turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and add some yellow right here on this edge so that when I do come up to that edge, I've got some yellow to swipe into. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add it onto the end again. And then we'll see what we get this time. Hopefully a much better effect. I've got a new piece of paper towel. I'm gonna spritz it one more time just to make sure she's good and wet. And then we're gonna swipe from this end again. I'm gonna try and stay out of that black that's down below on the plastic. Okay, we are not getting the reaction that I want. So I think now I'm gonna put some silicone on my paper towel and swipe it and see what happens. I'm going to spritz it with water. And then I'm gonna drop a few drops of Spot On Treadmill Oil Lubricant. I'm just gonna swipe through with the paper towel and the Treadmill oil on it. And then see if that helps to create some cool effects. There we go, now we got something going. That's so much better. There we go. I think that was the key. So all I did was spritz my paper towel with water, and then I squirted the Treadmill lubricant on there and just drug it back up through. That's much more what I was looking for. I really wish the black would have worked out because I think the black would have been super cool. But I was kind of going for a fiery look, and I think this is definitely going to be really cool. And look at the cool soles that are coming through because of that silicone. All right, guys, that's so much better. I like that a lot better. And I might just pick up, I've got paint on my gloves, and I think I'm just going to come over here and kind of touch it on the side and touch it up and call it a day. All right, so this will end up getting silicone. I will put epoxy on this, put resin on it. And since I do have the silicone in here, I will definitely clean it very well before I start, because that's kind of a little bit of a disaster to try to epoxy over all that silicone. But I think it turned out really cool. I do love the effects that we got and the rings within the cells. I think it looks really cool. Let me pick it up and show you a little bit closer look so you can see it. So you can kind of see how the color is kind of ringed itself in there. And we'll see how it dries. I can see where it's already kind of trying to slide off the edges here on these beveled edges. So hopefully we retain some cool effects in it. All right, guys. Well, that is a completed fire skateboard pour. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.